Yo, what's going on guys, it's Abs here and welcome back to another Gears of War lore video. So in this video I'm going to be explaining the new Gears 5 character skin Hollow RAAM and my thoughts and a bit of discussion surrounding Hollow RAAM as well. So as always, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for everything Gears of War related. And yeah, let's dive straight in. So Hollow RAAM is an amazing skin, I do have to say, and it's got some lore elements tied to it as well. So on Twitter, a community member, Lieutenant Min Young, asked a question to Parasidian, who is the Gears of War lore guy who works at the Coalition, and it's quite ironic actually, a community member called Min asking a question about RAAM. But anyway, he said, any noteworthy lore notes on or influences on this skin? And then Parasidian replied, yeah dude, I agree. This skin is pretty damn cool. This one wasn't one of mine, but the idea behind it was visually showing what RAAM's corpse would look like after a long period of decay. And then he went on to say, most notable things would probably be he has the large chest wound that Marcus and Dom inflicted on him, which was the cause of his death, and emotion crystals have formed on his corpse after the emotion countermeasure device was fired. But let me break that down further. So like you saw on the thumbnail, you can see the before and after of RAAM, before and after his death, right? And you can see Hollow RAAM on the right, so you can see the big chest wound that Marcus and Dom inflicted on him, and you can see the general wounds around his body as well that were inflicted at the hands of Delta Squad. And then you can see the crystalline shells around his body, which is how his body would look like after a long period of decay. So after Adam Phoenix's emotion countermeasure device was activated, the emulsion and the lambent were destroyed by the weapon. Adam Phoenix died as well, but the Locusts were not killed by it, but it instead triggered a mutation where all Locust life forms were cocooned in an emotion crystalline shell, where they evolved until 42 AE into the swarm. And if you don't know much about these Locust crystalline shells, basically they were nearly indestructible crystalline shells, and they were formed around the corpses of the Locust and other hollow creatures in the months following the activation of the emotion countermeasure weapon. And the composition of the structure is crystallized emotion broken through the flesh of the Locust from the concentrated emotion in their genetics. So hence why there's crystalline shells on Hollow RAAM. So that's Hollow RAAM explained, and that brings me on to some discussion and my thoughts, because some people are speculating that could this lead to the return of General RAAM? Well, I don't think so, to be honest with you. Reason being is because when General RAAM died at the hands of Marcus and Dom and the rest of Delta, not only did RAAM get battered by so much ammunition, just before the light mass bomb went off, you could see RAAM's body floating away into the emulsion, and as you know, the emulsion burns and kills you, right? So RAAM would have died at the hands of Delta Squad anyway, but if that wasn't enough, he floated away into the emulsion which would have burnt and killed him. But if that wasn't enough, the light mass bomb went off anyway, which should have killed RAAM if he still wasn't dead at that point, which he was anyway. So that means RAAM, he's long gone, and I don't think he'll be coming back. And to be honest, although I love RAAM, he's my favourite Locust boss of all time in the Gears of War franchise, but I don't want him to come back because it will take away from the moments in Gears of War 1. But not only that, I want the Coalition to build a new Swarm General that we will talk about for years to come. You know, we had RAAM, who's in a league of his own. I have to say, he's in a league of his own, right? We've had Scourge, who was a great boss as well, but he weren't on the level of RAAM. We had Queen Mirror, she's not a Locust boss, but she was the boss of all the Locusts, right? And then we had Khan, not intimidating or anything, but he had his Shibboleth, so he was somewhat credible. We've had Ukon in Gears Tactics, he's a great Locust boss as well. And I want the Coalition to expand, and I want the Coalition to bring a new Swarm General in Gear 6 or Campaign DLC, wherever it is. I want the Swarm to have a proper leader. And like I said, although I love RAAM and RAAM will go down as one of the most badass bosses, but he's left his legacy, right? His legacy is done, so I wouldn't like RAAM to come back. But having said that, Hollow RAAM is an amazing skin. So let me know in the comments what you think of Hollow RAAM. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like and comment down below of your thoughts on RAAM. I do actually have a 10 facts video on the history of RAAM. It's about 20 minutes long. I would recommend watching that if you haven't done already. I'm sure you RAAM enthusiasts would love that video. But yeah, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hope you guys have a nice day, and I will catch you on the next one.